What's going on, everybody? I am here with the one and only Lauren Delande, and we are going to go into her top 3 keys to staying burn-proof for your health in 2020. So this will be like a little series that we do with our fellow collabers, is health and wealth in 2020. What do you need to do to be successful? What do you need to I think all of us are focused on happiness. You know what I mean? Like we identify success as something that makes you happy, and you're a better person for it by the end of it. So I'm really excited. I am gonna go a little bit into my experience real quick, but you can kind of give us the rundown of what you do, and then your top 3 keys for staying burn-proof with your health. So she's our local health expert. I just have to go into the other office area, but I've worked with you. I'm still working with you, and one thing I was talking about is I had a test that I had been studying for a month. Actually started even a week earlier, so it was about 5 weeks, and it was like jumping in and out of I'm studying, I'm working, trying to keep Erica from killing me because she's watching the kids. Julie was sick every weekend. I think JJ was sick too. So it was just kind of like it was a lot of stress, a lot of mental destruction of James, I would say. But what happened was, so I passed my test on Monday, which is awesome. I was just high. I was just like high on life. I'm like, oh my, it was like the Super Bowl of investment licenses that I had to get. So won the Super Bowl, and then like just came crashing down because I basically lost my routine. And it was just, I was a terrible person to be around for a few days. Erica, I'm sorry, Erica, I love you. Sorry, JJ, sorry, Julia. But like what was happening is too, and I hadn't had my monthly session with you and everything, but what was happening was I felt like, looking back, is I hadn't meditated, I hadn't worked out, I hadn't done anything that normally keeps me level-headed and not on edge. So I will say that working with Lauren, you've like helped me just get focused in a like non-stressful, I don't know how to, like it just, the way I describe it is everybody's looking, I want this, whatever that is. And we're always looking outside of us. And you're like, hey, why don't we take a look inside? So like if your car won't start, I assure you it's under the hood. It's not, you don't go looking around at like, looking in the parking lot for something of why your car isn't starting. So like I feel like a lot of times we're like, my engine's just not running or it's not tuned up or whatever. You're like, hey, why don't we take a look under the hood and see what's going on in James' world, which is kind of scary in itself. But you've helped me just say, okay, tell me about this. Let's talk about that. And it's always, I'm seeking this, and then you help me remove what's holding me back. And I'm like, oh, cool, now I'm there, So I don't know. Like I think that's the best way to describe it. Is you just help unlock what's holding us back when we're looking in the wrong place, so to speak. So talk to Lauren. You do a way better job of explaining it, but that's my crappy rundown of trying to explain a very advanced technique and very health expertise that I don't really have. So I'm shutting up, turning it over to you. So. First off, give us a rundown, the professional, I guess, what is the real thing you do here? Yeah. Instead of my terrible explanation. And then just what are your top 3 keys for health, success, and happiness in 2020?
Yeah. Well, that was actually a great analogy for.
So I didn't do so bad.
You did not do so bad.
Okay, all right. Yes.
So what I do at the Natural RX is called neuro-emotional technique. So basically, just like you said, we all kind of have things within us, whether it's from past experiences, negative past experiences, just different traumas, or not necessarily traumas, but just different experiences we've been through. I kind of think of everyone like an onion. So you have all of these different layers, okay? And so what we do at the Natural RX is peel back these layers of things that are kind of holding you back from things that you want to happen for your life, whether that is physical, so pain. A lot of times we deal with different pain areas that can be kind of caused from different stress and different things that you're holding on to, or migraines, physical stuff like that.
Okay.
Also, just goals and like being more focused is one that, or not as anxious is one that I work a lot with people is, you know, a lot of people have anxiety. And a lot of times that's from holding on to things that have happened in the past. So that's what we do at the Natural RX is really just help reduce and release stuck stress and stuck junk kind of that's in your body and that's preventing you from reaching your goals, living your best life, hitting that next level, kind of whatever aspect. Whether for me it was working on having more patience as a mom, like that's something that, like, that was a big thing that I worked on. Just
relax.
Right, and the more calm I am, then
nobody
the more
panic.
the more calm I am, the more calm they are.
Everybody
Everybody
is.
is. So that was a big thing for a while that I was working on. So it can be anything from, like I said, pain and physical things to, you know, quitting smoking or being more calm, less anxious. All of the different spectrum of the stuff. So that's what we kind of focus at the Natural RX doing. Neuro-emotional technique. I am a pharmacist and was actually going to see someone for a while for this technique.
Okay.
And it completely changed my life and
awesome.
my
all right.
being.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, this is awesome. It's like I had never heard of it before. It's not very well known.
Yeah.
And as a pharmacist, I was able to get certified to do it. So.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it was totally just different and very cool.
I think what's really cool to me is like you understand the drug side of what can make you feel better, but you also understand like the non-drug side. You know what I mean? Like the whole. And I feel like too, like I feel like just as a whole, the world's kind of saying, "Hey, I'm kind of sick of popping pills," and just that leads to more pills. You know, just I don't know. That's. Yeah. Everybody's got a unique situation, but I feel like that there is a lot of things that you're helping people do. Just it's you. You know what I mean? Like nothing changes unless you do, kind of thing. So, cool. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
Absolutely. I mean, I have a ton of respect for my profession and my education, but there's a lot of and medications can be great and they've saved thousands of lives. But there's a lot of instances where we kind of go to it too fast, or there's better alternatives than kind of what's out there and so being in the pharmacy world, I just kind of couldn't keep going, working at a retail pharmacy, knowing just the alternate options that have helped me and kind of transformed my life. So yeah, that's what led me to the Natural RX.
I like it.
Yeah, so my kind of top 3, I have one big kind of goal and 3 things to help like cultivate that goal.
Awesome.
So what I think a lot of people want, you talked about happiness, and physical health can be a big factor in the happiness.
Okay.
So a lot of people's, New Year's goals are working out more.
Yes.
Eating
bajillion
healthier.
Push-ups every day.
Right. Eating healthier, losing weight.
Yeah.
So, there's tons of things that you could say, drink more water, eat less carbs, eat less sugar, all of that stuff that can be great goals to have. But a lot of times we kind of white knuckle it through that first month or 2, and then those goals fall.
I don't have it on today. I literally have a thing that shocks me. That so that's cookies. No, all right, like
right. Everyone needs them.
So
Cyber Monday, you can buy mine.
Yeah, that's right.
But,
there you go.
But how can we change our mindset so those aren't goals that we're just white knuckling through the first month or 2 and then they fall away? How can we change our healthy mindset to make those goals easier to obtain and kind of continue that throughout the whole year and throughout your life?
So kind of saying, hey, why not next year, instead of like trying to like focus on all of the tasks that you want to do, is again, that speaks to what you do and how you help me and other people, is just like, why don't we just make it part of your mindset? Like how you see the world is, I am health. And that was a big thing for me, was I just pretty much, I was a college athlete, blah, blah, blah. I didn't drink pot. I was just clean eater. And then college athletics went away. And all the poundage came, just
real life stress,
stress. But I think too, for me, it was just something that, what changed in me, it wasn't that the broccoli tasted better. It was just that, like, I was like, this is who I am now. Like, my mindset is I am not perfect. Like, I'm not like, no, broccoli, no. But, just ultimately, I think, having a mental switch and a mental change that this is the new me, and so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So,
all right.
So how do we do that? So.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's easy to say out loud.
Right.
All right.
It's easy
cool.
to say, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a healthy mindset for 2020. But how do we actually cultivate that? So the first one, and probably the biggest one, I would say, is cultivating the self-respect and connecting your thoughts with your body.
Okay.
So having respect for and kind of being in alignment with your physical body. So
okay. Yeah.
Paying more attention to how things make you feel. When the big plate of cookies, or you want to go for seconds, like that all sounds great in the moment, but when you really stop and think about it, and that way you're not just saying like, I can't eat that, I can't eat that. You're making a conscious choice of, McDonald's might sound great right now, but I know that I'm going to feel like crap later, and I have stuff to do, and so I'm not going to have it. And it comes from a more of a place of respect for yourself and your body and for all that it's done for you. And then it makes that decision so much easier to not go for seconds or to skip the, you know what I mean?
I love eating.
Me too. I love it. And I used to struggle with it a lot.
So what is the mindset that changed for you to have that self-respect for Lauren? Is there anything you would share with everybody, and selfishly me? I do way better. I'm way better than I was, but it's still like there's the breakdown of like, screw it. I'm not gonna have a bite. I'm just gonna eat everything in sight. So how can myself and others start down that self-respect mindset path based on your experience?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things I struggle with, not just eating, overeating, not eating enough, working out way too much, just grinding, and
the grind, bro.
the
grind, man.
Not sleeping enough, working too much.
Who needs sleep when you're grinding? All right, cool. Sorry.
No, but that's it. That's that mindset. So, whether we're talking about just food or all of that stuff, it's overdoing it and pushing your body too hard. So things like meditating, which I know you had started to do.
Yeah.
As well. That is a huge one.
That was a huge. I feel like it was just weird. Like when I was talking before about like how I was just angry. Like I couldn't turn off the anger or the angst. I wasn't mad at anything specific. I was just wound up, and I did like transcendental meditation. So I'm getting trained later this month, like specifically get my mantra and all that stuff. But I've been unofficially doing it. But even just 20 minutes by myself, in just silence, it was like I was a whole different person.
Yeah.
So like, do you use meditation to help you eat better?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So it's not about meditating about eating better. It's
okay. I was thinking about it more is gonna make me hungrier.
Right.
So.
No, it's thinking about having that quiet time for yourself and just being aware of your body and what you're feeling in your body, and doing that every day for a little bit helps the rest of the day and helps continue to just be more conscious of how your actually body is feeling. So you have, after you eat that food or after you actually go for the run, you're like, wow, I feel great. Or you eat the bad food and you're like, wow, I don't feel great.
Terrible.
Yeah. And so you just start being more conscious of it. And then going forward, when those decisions come or those choices come up, you just having that awareness of how your body's feeling makes it easier to make a better choice.
Gotcha. Self-respectful choices.
Yeah.
All right, I like it.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. All right, tell me more.
Yeah, so my second one would be letting go of stress. And that's a huge one, especially coming in this.
You know what I mean? I just really hold on to you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I never let go.
You're right. A lot of people don't, but you don't realize it. You kind of don't realize how much you're holding on to. Or everything now, everyone's life is so busy, you got so much stuff going on. And what's also really interesting is when you're kind of living in a state of stress, your body's releasing cortisol. So when your body's releasing cortisol, it stores fat quicker. Okay? So when you're eating and you're eating like junk food and that kind of stuff in a state of stress, you actually store fat quicker than if you're eating that same meal, same junk food in a calm, relaxed state, not feeling guilty about it, not feeling stressed out.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
that's why I gain weight. It just comes so stressed when I'm eating.
Yeah.
But it is like I'm stressed thinking about maybe I'm gonna eat that.
Right.
And then I get more stressed when I'm actually like pulling it out of the fridge, or whatever. It's just like, I get more. It's like a gradual increase of stress. Because same thing. You're talking about white knuckling. Like I'm just like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But then like even it's like, I'm like holding on to, I'm just holding on to that stress. You are blowing my mind. Because it's like I eat, and then I stress about the eating.
Exactly.
And then it carries on, because especially afterwards, because you feel like garbage. You put garbage in, garbage out, but
And when you're being more conscious of it, you're like, or like drinking. That's something that I don't do much anymore. But there are times I'm like, I realize that beer doesn't make me feel good. I don't have a good reaction to it. But there's still sometimes, a couple weeks ago, I consciously chose, I'm like, this might not make me feel good, but I'm going to enjoy this time with my friends, and I'm going to have a beer or two. But it's that conscious decision, and so you're not feeling that stress about it. You're not feeling stress after, like, oh, I know, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have ate that. But you consciously choose that. I might feel bad after this, but I'm still gonna enjoy it a little bit.
Yeah, you're saying I'm making this choice because I've been able to make the self-respectful choices, and you're not hanging on to that. Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna let go. I ate bad yesterday.
Yeah.
Erica makes delicious food, and I try.
Yeah.
So,
and it's including all of that, like your relationships, and you want to be able to respect that too. So having someone who made this delicious homemade pie, and you can just enjoy that, and it's almost a respect to them as well. So
I feel like it's the whole, well, it's disrespectful if I don't eat grandma's carrot cake, or it's like disrespectful if I don't so and then I'm stressing out even more.
Right. So you're stressing out about whether or not you should eat it, then you're stressing out about eating it. But when you're making that conscious choice, you know what, I'm gonna do this for grandma. I'm gonna have a half of a piece, and really enjoy that half of a piece, and I'm gonna feel okay, and it's all okay.
It's all okay.
Because in the bigger scheme of things, you're making healthier choices most of the time.
Gotcha.
Because of your conscious awareness.
Awesome.
So you feel a lot better about making those choices sometimes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. All right, cool. So
how do we let go of stress?
Yeah.
So
that'd be wonderful.
NET is the big one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Come see Lauren at the Natural RX.
Come see Lauren.
But meditating.
It was crazy how, again, I didn't know what to expect, and it's just, I respect you, I trust you, I know, you're very smart, and you're very loving and caring, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, she knows what she's talking about, and you're just a genuine person. You're always genuinely trying to help others. So it's like, all right, give it a shot. And even too, there's like in the first like 10, 15 minutes, I'm like, where's she going with it? What's going on? Where are we going with this? And but it was like, again, it was just immediately, it was like, I think I told you, I had a call with IPP Gary. What's up, buddy? I had a call. It was like the calmest. It was just crazy. It was just the best call I ever had with Gary. Then I called Jess as well, and was walking her through something. I just needed some paperwork printed. But I remember you telling me, was it clear is kind? Because I was always trying to be like, ask for help, but then I would feel stressed, and I would be like, feel guilty for asking for help. But then everybody's just mad at me because I'm like,
just beating around,
like, hey, like could you do that? I mean, like, you don't have to. I mean, but I really need it. But I mean, like, you don't have to. Like I guess I don't need it. I just so that would clear is kind. And I will say that since that day, I've been way less stressed. Everybody else around me has been way less stressed because I'm trying. Okay, James, communicate calmly, clearly, and all that.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm sorry, I'm hijacking
No,
your top three here, but
that's
this
awesome,
is,
but-
yeah. So it was just immediately, just like, whew, this is good.
Right. You don't realize how much you're kind of holding on to until
Yeah.
you let it go.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's a big one. So my last one is actually something you wouldn't think of going in relationship with health, but it's living in gratitude.
Okay.
And so the gratitude, when you think of emotions, there's kind of a scale of emotions, and shame and guilt are kind of on the bottom. So they're
Yep.
the lowest, the worst feeling.
I feel like I like lived there naturally sometimes. I don't know if it's just, yeah. I'm always like feeling bad about something,
Right.
even though it's good.
Yeah.
So-
And so what you're doing, those are kind of, if you think of emotions, kind of everything is energy and gives off different vibrations. That's kind of the lowest.
Okay.
So the highest one is gratitude.
Okay.
So when you're kind of living in a state of gratitude, you are giving off more energy, better energy, and that's going to affect yourself. It's going to affect, like I said, when you're living in that state of stress,
Yeah.
it makes decisions harder. You kind of process food and different other things worse
Yeah.
when you're living in stress. So when you're
Yeah.
living in gratitude, it makes your decisions easier. It makes just your body work better
Okay.
when you are living up here in gratitude
Okay.
and living down here.
Stay up here.
Yeah.
Not down here. Yeah.
Interesting.
Every time I think I made it, I haven't. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
every time I think I'm like, yeah, I got this figured out, and then yeah, you blow my mind here. So okay, in gratitude, so like it's just weird. Like I never really say the word gratitude, but if I can, like I would say thankful, blessed, so blessed. I've been blessed,
Right.
you know. But yeah, okay. So like just staying there, but I feel like when I am there, it's like even. I feel like I'm mostly there with the kids. Like it just
Yeah.
kind of everything could be crashing, but I'm in my happy place.
Right.
So is there? Because it's like you go, it's work, and then and it's family, and then it's siblings, and then it's the parents. It's this. So you're going in and out of like, for example, like me and my brothers could be mad at each other about something. So I might be super like in gratitude mode, like great day, like business is amazing. Like even like this morning, like something me and Gary have been working on for 4 months. It's finally like, it's here. It happened, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, there's like, I'll be at my, you know, I can be, I'm like, oh, gratitude, everything good, all worked out, it all paid off, oh my gosh, you know, and then it's like I get a text from, and I get, John, Joe, Jared, I love you. Just as like an example.
Yeah.
I get a text from one of my brothers, and immediately I'm like back to shame and guilt. Okay, so this is kind of a two-part question. So how do you like help stay in that gratitude?
Even out that roller
you know what I mean? Like instead of like, because you're getting a call from someone who's upset, and then you're going to meet with someone who's happy, and then you're talking to someone who's like is not sure. Am I happy? Am I sad? You know? So being able to keep that gratitude energy going in and out of non-gratifying situations, but also too is there, because I feel like you have younger sisters, so it's like a lot of times it's not the current conversation. It's like from when and this is stuff that you helped me like get out of my head too. Is like, no, it was like when we were 6 years old, you know, John wrecked John broke my G.I. Joes, and then
you didn't get the room you wanted.
I didn't get the room. I did. I hid from we moved to Willoughby. I hid from my family because I couldn't have the room. And like, you just like, what the heck, you know, like, and so, but yeah, it's just now we're in our 30s, and it's just like, it has nothing to do with the fact that I don't have the room I wanted, but it all carries over. So I guess in and out of the very quick day-to-day moments, staying grateful. It's grateful. I use grateful. Yeah. So all right, I'm gonna stop being a gratitude hater. So like, being grateful in the moment-to-moment, day-to-day, but also being grateful in just the long-term relationship, like in those sectors of your long-term relationships that have a lot of history and have a lot of baggage too. So
yeah. So I think a couple things when you're talking about your first part, when you're talking about how do you kind of even out that roller coaster
Yes.
of something great happened and now I'm getting a text and it's not so great and all of that roller coaster. And like we had talked about earlier, is that's all things are coming from the outside. So you are kind of letting everything on the outside affect how you're feeling on the inside.
Gotcha.
Not saying that you're never going to get mad or you're never going to get frustrated.
Yeah.
Of course, that's
I've tried.
But the more you kind of place the control to those situations instead of taking the control to yourself. So you're meditating in the morning and you're aligning yourself with your body and how things make you feel. When you get that text, you can say like, man, like that really angers me, and I like feel it in my chest, I feel it in my fists, and you kind of like just have
I'm white clawing.
So so you can feel it, but it doesn't affect you as much, and then you can let it go when you kind of have that more awareness and that self-respect and that centeredness kind of keeps you a little bit closer to an even calm. Cool. Also, and we're definitely going to have those ups and downs, but even so gratitude-wise of if you start saying before you go to bed at night, just listing 3 things in your head that you were really grateful for that happened today. The more you do that, the more, I go to the grocery store and this happens to me all the time now. I pull in and now all of a sudden it's packed and there's a spot right up front for me and I'm just like, thank you. Just being grateful like for these little things that happen. The more you start paying attention and being aware, then the more they start to happen. And the more you notice it, and the more you're able to just kind of live there.
Because you're not, I feel like you get, especially, you're talking about the guilt, the shame, the anger, it's like tunnel vision. And you can't see all the good things happening because it's just and I don't know, at the end of the day, so I'm going to steal that, so thank you. But, end of the day, it's like I'm thinking about that one thing.
Right, just ruminating.
And it just, it'll play out for weeks. You know what I mean? Like it's like the ADD Schleicher.
Yeah.
And then there's the I in some very good ways, I just fixate on things. In some very bad ways. So, but I can just unfixate via the stuff we're grateful for. And all. Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So,
okay. Very cool. And then, so the relationship, obviously that's a deep question and there's no perfect answer, but just kind of what are some things that may have worked for you that, again, other people, they're like, I'll never, ever be happy around Susie because Susie drives me nuts, So how can we maybe make Susie not drive us so nuts? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think some of the things that we've talked about already. So just the meditating, the also kind of thinking about Susie for a minute and why she is the way that she is. So
we love you, Susie.
We love you. But things maybe that she has gone through in her past, that her parents were a certain way, and whether you know her that well or not. So if you can kind of picture her in a different relationship from how you're used to being, your relationship with her is, and she annoys you or, whatever it may be. But thinking about it from an outsider, someone's seeing Susie kind of take your glasses off of your relationship. Also, like I said, cultivating that just centeredness. The more your centeredness, the more you're getting your state of being from within, the more what she does is not going to affect you. And I would say that's the biggest thing.
So you're not in reaction mode.
Right, exactly.
You're not just whatever she says, you just
react to.
And
when you're living like that, you're at the mercy of everyone else, and you're gonna react, and you're gonna be on this wild roller coaster, and you're gonna be exhausted, and you're gonna be stressed out.
That was me.
Same.
Last week. Even this morning, I was telling Eric, I'm like, what a difference a week makes. We're all everybody's happy, everybody's getting along. It's crazy. Yeah. Cool.
So the more you can just be yourself from within, and just between all of those things, cultivating self-respect and awareness and letting go of stress, the more you are in control of how you are and your mood and everything, and it's not at the mercy of people that
control the inside, Because you can't control the outside. You
can't.
can't.
You can't. And so if you're
Yeah.
trying to, you're just gonna be annoyed. You're gonna be frustrated. You're gonna be stressed out. So, and then all of that, once you do all of that, it makes those healthy, what we normally think of as healthy choices, working out, going to the gym, eating healthy. It makes all that stuff a lot easier.
Because you're not fighting it.
You're not fighting it. Yeah.
Love it. Awesome. Well, my mind is blown. I'm very motivated now. I'm very excited for
2020.
to live healthier. So thank you. Anything else to add?
I think we covered it all.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us, and definitely please, no matter where you're at in life, what you're stressed out about, it's unlocking it. And for me, I know the meditation has helped, but coming to see you, I am the type of person where I need a coach. You know what I mean? Like I'll be the best player on the team as long as I always have a coach being able to be on the outside, be like, James, why? You know, because you just can't see yourself, you know. So definitely reach out to Lauren. You can reach out to me if you have questions too. But all I can say is it's been game changing for me, and I'm excited. I'm just excited to see where you take this, because this has changed your life. You're changing other, like, this is bigger than you. Like, this isn't just a job or a profession. So very cool. Wishing you all happiness in 2020 in both health and wealth. And this has been our health expert, Lauren Delande. And until next time,
stay burn proof.
Oh yeah, you rock.